Hey everyone, welcome back to the All About Everest podcast. I'm your host, Pauline Reynolds Nuttall, and today's episode is going to be a really quick one. Right now, I'm focusing a lot on editing some of the older episodes, cleaning up audio, updating information, and improving the overall listening experience. I've gotten such amazing feedback on some of these upgraded episodes with the better edited audio. Thank you to everyone who's reached out. The messages, emails, and DMs seriously make my day. And when you write to me, please tell me where you're listening from. I love knowing where our Everest community is tuning in from around the world. I do try to respond to everyone and include as many shoutouts as possible, but honestly, there have been so many messages lately that I know that I've missed a few. So if I haven't mentioned you yet, know that I still see you and I appreciate you. So, as I'm re-editing some of the earlier episodes, I'd really like your input. What do you, the listeners, want to hear as replays? Would you like me to re-release the top 10 most popular episodes? Or would you prefer to hear the interviews, those deeper conversations with climbers, guides, and adventurers? Shoot me a quick message or email, or let me know via the Everest School Group. Your feedback really helps shape what comes next. Now for some quick updates from the Himalayas and the climbing world. First, in some sad but important news, Bipin Joshi, the Nepali man who was taken hostage and murdered on October 7th, has finally been repatriated to Nepal and laid to rest. It's been a long and heartbreaking process, but his family and community were finally able to bring him home. May his memory be a blessing. Next, a big literary note for mountaineering fans. There's a new book coming out in April 2026 titled The Gap Years, Climbing, Skiing, and the Journey Back by Tom French. If you're not familiar with Tom French, he's a respected British mountaineer. And I'm just going to read off of the press release that was sent to me today. The Gap Years, Climbing, Skiing, and the Journey Back by Tom French, a lifelong mountaineer, cross-country skier, and senior partner emeritus at McKinsey & Company. Vibrant, thrilling, and deeply inspiring, The Gap Years is a memoir of endurance, adventure, and rediscovery. Perfect for readers of John Krakauer's Into Thin Air, Bill McGibbon's Long Distance, and William Finnegan's Barbarian Days. At the end of 2019, after 4 decades in business, Tom French retired, determined to revisit the passions that had defined his youth: mountaineering, adventure travel, and cross-country skiing, and to see what meaning they still held. What began as a single gap year before settling into retirement became a 3-year odyssey, pushing him to his physical and mental limits. During this extraordinary period, French rebuilt his athletic strength and raced cross-country ski marathons around the world, including the Bretton Woods Nordic and the 50-kilometer Gatineau. He tackled remarkable ascents, battling a perilous low-snow season on Mount Cholatse, traversing New Hampshire's presidential range in a single winter day, summiting Aconcagua, and twice pursuing his childhood dream of Mount Everest. His first Everest expedition ended in a storm on the Lhotse face. The second made history as he became the first climber to approach Everest through the remote Makalu-Barun region, reaching the summit under a moonlit sky. I'm really, really excited to read this book. And they asked me if I wanted a digital or a hard copy, and I requested a hard copy. So as soon as I read it, I will let you guys know. And again, it's coming out in April of 2026. Meanwhile, there's some major weather news out of Nepal right now. A huge storm has hit the trekking regions in Nepal. This is different from the storm that was on the Tibetan side a couple weeks ago. It's on the south side, bringing record snowfall. Reports say over 1.5 meters of snow has already fallen, and it's still coming down. There are many trekkers and porters currently stuck in the higher villages and passes, and rescue teams, as far as I know, they're putting together a plan. I don't know if they've attempted any rescues yet. Imagine snow being 1.5 meters. That's roughly 5 feet. And for someone like me who was born in Montana, 5 feet is not a big deal. But you have people that are trekking right now in Nepal, and even the Nepalese that have never seen snow this high. And if you come from like a sunny country, it can be really, really scary. And so hopefully the weather settles down, even though they're expecting probably worst weather from what I've heard. But again, weather can change from day to day and even hour to hour. The Nepal Tourism Board is warning travelers to stay put until the storm clears. It's an intense situation, and for this time of year, it's really unusual to see this kind of snow accumulation. And finally, my last update. For all the film and adventure lovers, National Geographic just dropped the trailer for its upcoming documentary, Everest North, which follows Jim Morrison and his team as they attempt a ski descent from the north side of Mount Everest. This is the same project we've talked about, and now we're finally seeing the first official footage. You can find it on YouTube. There's no confirmed release date yet, but it's expected sometime in spring of 2026. National Geographic also published a long-form article about the expedition this month, giving some behind-the-scenes details about how challenging filming and skiing on the north side truly was. If you haven't read it yet, definitely check it out. It's really well written and full of insights into what drives climbers like Morrison to attempt the impossible. So that's it for today's quick update. Again, thank you for all your incredible support for listening, messaging, sharing, and just being part of this amazing community. Don't forget to tell me what kind of replay episodes you like to hear, top 10 favorites or interviews, and where you're listening from. I don't know what next week's episode is going to be. It's either going to be a replay or we are going to get into the Everest Base Camp expedition, which is going to be a 3-part series. Don't forget, you can always find me online at mamabearoutdoors.com or connect through the Everest School Group, where we share updates, stories, and a love for the world's highest mountain, or even start a book club. Until next time, stay warm, stay adventurous, and keep climbing your own climb.